Johnny Depp's private island sanctuary. Johnny and the Mystery Woman, alone in paradise for most of the world. Johnny Depp remains an enigma, an artist whose life is as layered and complex as the characters he has played. Yet beyond the cameras, fame, and controversies, there exists a world untouched by Hollywood lights, a secluded slice of paradise in the Bahamas that the actor calls his sanctuary. Depp's private island, Little Hall's Pond Cay, has long been his escape from the chaos of celebrity life. Recently, however, whispers surrounding the island have grown louder, with reports suggesting that the actor has been spending increasing amounts of time there, in the exclusive company of a mysterious woman. What happens when one of Hollywood's most private men retreats to his own island with someone the world knows nothing about? The story of Johnny Depp's private island sanctuary is one of solitude, reflection, love, and the quiet pursuit of peace, far away from the noise of the modern world. A hidden paradise in the Bahamas, Little Hall's Pond Cay, lies within the Exuma archipelago of the Bahamas, an area known for its turquoise waters, soft white sands, and serene isolation. When Depp purchased the 45-acre island in 2004 for a reported $3.6 million, it wasn't the glamour that attracted him. It was simplicity, the unfiltered beauty of nature, the silence that allows one to hear their own heartbeat, and the freedom to just be. Depp once described the island as pure and beautiful, like therapy. There are no resorts, no paparazzi, and no social media interruptions. Only ocean breeze, palm trees, and the hum of waves brushing against the shore. The actor renamed some of the island's beaches after people closest to his heart. Lily Rose Beach and Jack's Wharf after his children, and Gonzo Beach in honor of his late friend and collaborator, journalist Hunter S. Thompson. Over the years, the island has come to symbolize more than property. It's a physical embodiment of Depp's need for peace, introspection, and emotional refuge, a place where the chaos of his public life dissolves into the stillness of nature. A retreat from fame and the storm. Johnny Depp's journey to solitude wasn't sudden. After decades of being one of Hollywood's most talked about figures from his early days in 21 Jump Street to his cinematic transformations in Edward Scissorhands and Pirates of the Caribbean, the actor's private life became increasingly exposed. Legal battles, public scrutiny, and online divisions turned his name into a battleground of opinions. In that storm, Depp found solace not in crowds or cities, but in isolation. His island became the one place where he could drop the masks, not the ones used for characters, but the ones required to survive fame. Friends close to the actor often describe how his voice changes when he speaks about the island. Softer, calmer, filled with affection and peace. He always said the island isn't just where he lives, one longtime acquaintance revealed. It's where he heals. The arrival of the Mystery Woman. It was in this tranquil world that a new chapter began, quiet and hidden, much like the man himself. Reports started circulating in late 2024 that Depp had been seen traveling to the Bahamas more frequently, accompanied by a woman whose identity remains unknown to the public. No paparazzi photos have surfaced. No social media tags. No official confirmation. Just whispers from locals who occasionally catch a glimpse of a boat arriving at the private dock, carrying only two figures. Those who have worked briefly on the island, caretakers, supply staff, or boat operators, describe the pair as peaceful and deeply private. According to one account, they stay mostly on the western side of the island, near the bungalow with the long veranda. He paints during the day, plays music at night, and she reads or walks along the shore. The woman's identity has been the subject of quiet speculation. Some suggest she might be an artist, a friend from his inner circle of painters and musicians. Others hint that she could be someone completely outside the entertainment world, a companion who shares Depp's love for art, poetry, and seclusion. What's certain, however, is that her presence has altered the island's solitude. For years, Little Hall's Pond Cay was Johnny Depp's refuge for one. Now it seems to have become a sanctuary for two. Life on the island, simplicity and reflection. Unlike the luxury-filled retreats of other celebrities, Depp's island life is stripped down to essentials. His residence consists of solar-powered bungalows and wooden cabins built with sustainability in mind. There are no grand mansions or opulent structures, only handcrafted furniture, natural materials, and open spaces designed to let the sea breeze pass freely. The actor spends much of his time painting, writing music, and recording ideas. He's known to take long walks barefoot across the sand, collecting shells or sketching in his journal. A small recording studio, tucked away in one of the cottages, allows him to experiment with melodies whenever inspiration strikes. According to a source close to him, Johnny treats the island like a living canvas. Every sunset, every wave, and it's all part of his art. He says the ocean reminds him of stories that don't need words. With the mystery woman beside him, island life seems to have taken on a new rhythm. Locals describe seeing them share quiet dinners under lanterns, or hearing faint guitar music floating across the water at night. They're not loud or flashy, one fisherman said. They're just peaceful. You can tell they enjoy the silence. The meaning of escape Depp has always been drawn to the idea of escape, not as a form of running away, but as a means of returning to what's real. In past interviews, he spoke about how the island represents his truest self, a place where I can feel grounded, connected, and invisible. That philosophy echoes throughout his career. From Captain Jack Sparrow's free-spirited chaos to Edward Scissorhands' quiet isolation, Depp's characters often mirror his own internal search for belonging. On the island, away from the world's gaze, that search finds its answer. For the mystery woman, too, the island represents a break from the world, a place where love exists without spectacle. Together, they have built a world defined not by fame or fortune, but by simplicity and genuine connection. A close friend of Depp's once remarked, "He doesn't want noise anymore. He wants truth in art, in love, in life." The island gives him that, a love hidden in the waves. If there's one thing Johnny Depp has always guarded fiercely, it's his heart. From high-profile romances to heartbreaks, his love life has often been the subject of intense speculation. But this new chapter feels different, quieter, deeper, and far more private. Witnesses say that on the island, he's often seen smiling, something that had become rare in recent years. The mystery woman, they say, seems to bring a calmness that mirrors the serenity of the sea. You can see it in the way he looks at her, one local said. It's not a young man's rush of love. It's the peace of someone who's finally found what he was searching for. The island, once a refuge from the world, has transformed into a haven of companionship, a shared secret between two souls who choose silence over spectacle, art, healing, and the future. In the past few years, Johnny Depp has been rediscovering himself through art, both as a musician and a painter. His artwork, often surreal and emotional, speaks of memory, identity, and time. Many believe the isolation of his island has deepened this creative. Renaissance friends say that his newest pieces, a mix of sea-inspired paintings and poetic writings, are influenced by his life on the island and by the mysterious presence beside him. He's painting light again, a confidant noted. For a while, his art carried a kind of darkness, but lately it's brighter, warmer, almost like he's found peace. As for the future, Depp appears content to let life unfold quietly. He no longer seems driven by Hollywood schedules or public appearances. Instead, he's building a new chapter defined by simplicity, introspection, and intimacy, all anchored in the turquoise embrace of his Bahamian sanctuary. The island as a mirror of the man in many ways. Little Hall's Pond Cay reflects the man who owns it, mysterious yet open, wild yet tender, rugged yet poetic. It is both isolation and connection, freedom and grounding, a paradox that perfectly encapsulates Johnny Depp. The mystery woman's presence doesn't disrupt that balance. It enhances it. Together, they represent the idea that peace isn't found in solitude alone, but in the quiet companionship of someone who understands your silence. Whether they are lovers, collaborators, or simply two souls seeking stillness, one thing is certain: their shared time on the island has redefined what home means for Depp. It's no longer just a refuge from fame. It's a place where he can finally live as himself, without judgment, without noise, without masks. Conclusion. A sanctuary beyond fame. In a world obsessed with visibility, Johnny Depp has chosen invisibility. On his private island, surrounded by sea and silence, he has built a life that values authenticity over attention. The presence of the mystery woman adds another layer, not of intrigue, but of humanity. Their story isn't one of scandal or spectacle, but of peace. Two people escaping the world to rediscover its simplest joys: sunrise, music, love, and quiet understanding. Johnny Depp's private island sanctuary is more than a retreat. It is the final act of a man who has spent a lifetime performing for others. Now, under the Bahamian sun, with only the waves as witnesses, he performs solely for himself, and perhaps for the one who found him in paradise.